Hey everyone, welcome back to Corporate Decoder, where we crack open the big corporate filings to see what is really going on behind the numbers. Today we're diving into Mueller Water Products Incorporated's latest report, and let's just say there is a little something here that might make investors perk up their ears. So why are we talking about Mueller Water Products today? Well, this is a report filed around November of 2025, and it is telling us they're giving us an update. It is not a full financial report for a quarter, but rather a current report about something important that has happened. What is the big news? It seems Mueller Water Products, or the company as they call it here, is sharing an updated investor presentation. Think of it like this: they've put together a new slideshow to explain their business and their future plans to the people who invest in them, their shareholders. This presentation is available online and is attached as part of this filing. The date on this presentation is the 11th of November 2025, just a day after this report was filed. This means they are actively communicating with investors about their current situation and outlook. It is as if they're saying, hey, here is the latest and greatest on what we're doing now. This report itself doesn't contain detailed financial tables like a typical quarterly or annual report. Instead, its main purpose is to point us to that investor presentation. This presentation is where the real meat of the update likely lies. It's where they would typically discuss their financial performance, strategic initiatives, and future guidance. Since we don't have the full financial details here, let's think about what Mueller Water Products does. They are a big player in the water infrastructure space. Think pipes, valves, and related products that are essential for our water systems. Companies like this are often seen as stable because water is something we always need. However, they can also be cyclical, meaning their business can go up and down with construction and infrastructure spending. What this filing tells us is that the company is proactive in communicating with its investors. They are providing updated information, which can be good. It shows transparency. However, without seeing the actual content of the presentation, we can only speculate on what might be so significant that it warrants this type of current report. It could be a new major contract, a change in strategy, or even an updated outlook on their financials. In the world of finance, when a company files a current report like this, it is often because there is something material, something significant that investors should know about promptly. This Regulation FD disclosure, as it is called, is all about making sure everyone has the same information at the same time, so no one has an unfair advantage. So while this Form 8K is more of an announcement pointing to another document, it signals that Mueller Water Products is actively managing its investor relations and wants to keep its stakeholders informed. The real story is likely within that Exhibit 99.1. The investor presentation, we'd need to see that to understand the numbers and the strategy they are highlighting. What might be in there? Perhaps they are showing growth in their backlog of projects, discussing new product innovations, or giving a positive forecast for the coming year. Or it could be that they are addressing a challenge or a change in their market. Here at Corporate Decoder, we always encourage you to look beyond the headline filings and dig into the attached exhibits. That is often where the true insights are hidden. Now, looking at the broader picture of companies like Mueller Water Products, their performance is often tied to government spending on infrastructure, housing starts, and the general health of the economy. When new pipes are being laid or old ones replaced, these companies tend to do well. They are a foundational part of our society. Let's put on our investor hat here. A company that updates its investor presentation is usually trying to either reinforce positive momentum or explain why things might be changing. Given it is an updated version, they might be refining their message or sharing new developments. We would want to see if the presentation discusses any significant increases or decreases in revenue, profitability trends, or how they are managing their costs. Are they investing in new technologies to make their products more efficient or sustainable? For example, these are the kinds of things an investor presentation would showcase. Mueller Water Products common stock trades on the New York Stock Exchange under the ticker symbol MWA. This is the lifeblood of the company, representing ownership. When we see filings like this, it is essentially their way of talking to the owners, the shareholders, about the company's health and direction. And who is signing off on this? Melissa Rasmussen, Senior Vice President and Chief Financial Officer. This tells us it is an official communication coming from the finance leadership of the company, adding a layer of authority to the information being shared. So, what is our take on this filing? It's a signal that communication is happening. It's an invitation to look deeper into the investor presentation. While this specific Form 8K is brief and points to other information, it highlights the company's engagement with the financial community. The strength of the company ultimately lies in the details within that investor deck. We'd be looking for strong revenue growth, healthy profit margins, and a clear strategy for navigating the future of water infrastructure. Any significant headwinds or tailwinds they mentioned there would be crucial. Alright, that is our breakdown of Mueller Water Products Incorporated's latest filing. This report is a stepping stone leading us to that investor presentation for the real insights. What is your take on proactive investor communication from companies? Do you think it's a sign of strength or a way to manage expectations? Drop your thoughts in the comments if this analysis was valuable. Hitting that like button really helps. And subscribe for more deep dives into corporate America. Don't forget to check out our Discord community linked in the description below. Thanks for watching. See you next time.